This next video was uploaded by Jason Crumby back in 2010 after he decided to investigate reports of paranormal activity at Memorial Hospital. For months, hospital staff had been whispering about strange sightings in the cafeteria area. Multiple witnesses claimed to have seen the ghost of a little girl running through the empty dining space during off hours. The reports were so frequent that Jason decided to visit the hospital's subway location, hoping to capture evidence of this mysterious child spirit. Armed with just his camera, he began filming in the cafeteria, not knowing if the stories were true, but what he captured sent chills through everyone who's seen it.
Alright, we're at Subway at Memorial Hospital, and there's been reports of ghost activity. Maybe we'll get lucky and capture a ghost. It's a ghost of a little girl. Oh my god, there she was.
Suddenly, something dashes across the frame, moving quickly through the cafeteria, exactly as the hospital staff had described.
Oh my god, there she was.
Jason exclaims, barely believing what he just witnessed. The figure appears for just a split second, but it's enough to make Jason believe this is a ghost, as he uploaded it with the title, Ghost at Hospital Cafeteria. But what do you think Jason captured that day? Was this really the ghost of a little girl as Jason believes? Let me know. This next series of videos come from TikTok user Eliza1818, and what started as a simple holiday stay turned into something that defies explanation. According to Eliza's caption, she was walking through the hotel corridors when she noticed a man following her. Feeling uncomfortable, she decided to pretend she was on a FaceTime call, hoping this would deter him from approaching. But then, she heard footsteps running in her direction, and pure panic set in.
Okay. Somebody help me! I'm feeling it! Help! Somebody help! Please! Somebody help me, please!
Eliza bursts into a frantic run through the hotel hallways. She screams as she flees down the corridor, but when you watch the footage, there's no one chasing her. The hallways behind her are completely empty. A hotel employee named Forever Flow later reviewed the security footage from that night. The CCTV shows Eliza reaching the elevator. Desperately trying to escape, she gets inside and frantically presses the buttons, but something strange happens.
Y'all, so here's video of that girl that posted, and I'm gonna let y'all know now, it gets really weird. It's like she acting like she's running from something or hiding from something, but there's literally nobody else in the frame. Like she tweaking.
Yeah, it is weird.
And the elevator door is not even closing. Like she playing hide and seek or something. But look, this ain't even the craziest thing. Like now the elevator, look, the elevator door is closed. This ain't even the craziest thing about this video though. I got like more video to show y'all, and it just gets super weird. So y'all just stay tuned.
The elevator doors won't close while she's standing there. Only when she steps back out do the doors finally shut. While examining more footage, the hotel employee witnesses something bizarre.
And y'all think that's crazy? Keep watching like right by that door right there, by that table. Keep watching right over by there. Whole time I'm thinking somebody following her. So we trying to go over the film and just keep watching. Look. My hand is shaking. Right there.
What is that?
What the heck? Bro, that's a rock from that table right there. Those are stones in those in bowls right there by that table. And that one of them stones just fell on the floor.
And there's no way that should happen because there's no wind in there.
Wind ain't even gonna do that though. This is crazy, yo.
A decorative rock suddenly falls from a table in the lobby, rolling across the floor. But how? There's no wind and nothing that could explain why it moved. When they check Eliza's room, they make a disturbing discovery.
It's like all my stuff is just left here. It's crazy. You said what? No, this shit is ridiculous. What the heck is this doing in here? This is crazy.
She left all her belongings behind when she fled the hotel, but among her things, they find lock-picking tools, the kind used by people who break into places. Looking at the security footage one final time, the employee spots something they initially missed. A dark shadow moving rapidly through the hallway, travelling in Eliza's direction, but the shadow appears to move independently, with no person casting it. So, what really happened that night? Was Eliza running from an invisible presence? Or is there a more complex explanation involving those lock-picking tools? The next series of videos comes from the user, The Haunted 136, a woman named Tammy G from Texas who describes herself as a paranormal investigator. But Tammy isn't just investigating other people's hauntings, she's been documenting her own supernatural nightmare for years. According to Tammy, she's been followed by a dark presence ever since her childhood, and no matter where she goes, the activity follows her. Over the years, this entity has never left her alone, and she's captured dozens of terrifying events on the security cameras throughout her home. What makes Tammy's footage particularly compelling is the sheer volume of activity she's recorded, and the fact that she's not the only witness to these events. The door to Tammy's bedroom moves all on its own while she's asleep. In these next clips, even more activity is caught on camera.
This was such a great piece of evidence.
A piece of cutlery falls onto a plate, startling the dog, and then, in another clip, captured inside the bathroom, a flower all of a sudden moves unnaturally and falls into the bathroom sink. Then, on another day, a camera catches a cupboard door swinging open, mysteriously all on its own, before something falls out and crashes to the floor. And in a video recorded on another day, a flower is seen falling off the kitchen counter somehow by itself. However, the creepiest capture was yet to occur. One night, while Tammy was asleep, her cameras caught this. Something white appears in Tammy's bedroom and moves as she sleeps. Tammy is completely unaware to whatever this is moving right by her, and then captured in another camera is quite hard to see, but a shadow can be seen moving. After uploading a ton of captures to her social media, Tammy's viewers believe that this is real paranormal activity, and Tammy, she believes she is being haunted, as she writes in her bio, "Here, sharing my haunting." But as always, what do you think is going on here? Is Tammy being haunted? Share your thoughts below. In 2019, a nursing home employee films an elderly resident attempting to perform a religious blessing in what staff call the most problematic room in their facility. The cursed room has an unusual pattern. Residents placed there consistently become seriously ill or pass away within 2 months. The elderly woman wants to record herself blessing the space to share with her Facebook group. A nurse agrees to help her, but what her camera captures during the blessing ceremony changes everything. This is the footage.
Heavenly Father, I ask for your divine presence to fill this space. May your light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace and every window open to your blessings.
During the prayer, the woman's rosary suddenly moves upward as if someone yanked the beads. Her hands, though, remain completely still. The nurse filming reports feeling nauseous while recording and mentions this wasn't the first strange incident in the cursed room, but what happened a few weeks earlier during a therapy session would prove that even trained animals could sense something was wrong. This made the story even more creepy.
Really?
A trained service dog broke away from its group and began whimpering while staring directly at the same room. Therapy dogs are specifically trained to remain calm and stay with their handlers, making this behavior highly unusual. However, the most disturbing incident was yet to come. Staff would soon discover that whatever haunts this room wasn't finished making its presence known.
Why is it beeping? I don't know, no one's in there. It's crazy. Get the light, get the light. You saying chick? Yes. Did you just get that on camera? No. Stop. No, I'm not playing with you anymore. I don't like this. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is insane right now. Right there.
Despite the room being vacant and locked, the electrical disturbances continued for several minutes before stopping completely. What they do know is that every attempt to cleanse or bless the space has failed, and the question that keeps staff awake at night is simple. What exactly is trapped in that room, and why won't it leave? doors should never be opened, and some spirits should never be summoned. This footage comes from TikTok user who usually posts card reading videos for her followers. During one particular live stream, she decided to attempt something far more dangerous, a spiritual seance, to contact someone from beyond. What started as an online session with another woman quickly spiraled into something neither of them were prepared for. The seance began like many others, with requests for the spirit to make its presence known, but when Chilolo Directos asked the entity to open a door, she got exactly what she asked for.
Ahora se abre la puerta.
¿Dónde está la puerta? ¿Se ve la puerta?
Sí.
Ábrete, ábrete. Ábrete puerta. Ábrete puerta. Que se abra la puerta. Que se abra.
¡Oh! No posible.
Ay, tu madre, hija de... No me toquéis, que estoy protegida, ¿eh? No me toquéis, que estoy protegida. No vale, ya abro la luz, tía.
Slowly but deliberately, the door begins to open on its own. Both women are visibly shaken by what they're witnessing. This wasn't supposed to actually work.
No me toquéis, que estoy protegida.
Chilolo Directos says, but her voice betrays her growing fear. Rather than ending the session there, she makes the mistake of continuing.
¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Estás enfadado? ¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Te puedes poner delante? Venga, ponte delante del espejo. Te quiero ver. Dios. Puta, me caigo.
Hostia, Chelo, cuidado.
After witnessing these manifestations, Chilolo Directos finally decides to end the broadcast, but many of her viewers believe she may have contacted something demonic, something that doesn't simply leave when asked. But what do you think happened here? Did Chilolo Directos summon something on this live stream? And more importantly, did he really leave when the session ended? What would you do if you discovered that someone or something had been watching you during the most vulnerable moment of your life? This video was filmed by a young woman who was visiting a cemetery to pay her respects to her father. It should have been a private moment, a daughter saying goodbye in peace. But what her camera accidentally captured suggests she wasn't alone during this deeply personal visit. The woman whose sister shared this footage was walking through the long corridors of the cemetery, surrounded by countless tombs and mausoleums. To make the somber journey feel less overwhelming, she decided to film herself, almost like a personal video diary. She had no idea that as she walked, something was silently observing her every move.
Salía para venir como para acá, caminar. Y viste, para... no sé.
As she films her path through the cemetery, everything appears normal at first, but if you look carefully in the distance, between the mausoleum walls, a pale face can be seen peeking out. Whoever or whatever it is appears to be watching her, tracking her movement as she walks closer to her father's grave. What's most unsettling is how the pale face seems to duck back into hiding, almost like it doesn't want to be seen. The woman filming had no idea this presence was there. It was only when she shared the video with family and friends that they pointed out the mysterious observer. Many believe this could be the spirit of someone buried in that very cemetery, perhaps drawn to comfort those who come to mourn. But the way it watches her raises the question: was this a benevolent presence watching over a grieving daughter, or something else entirely lurking among the graves? This video was captured late one night by a man who was simply walking home. But what started as an act of kindness turned into something he'll never forget. As he's walking down the street, he suddenly hears the sound of a girl crying. The sound is coming from a dark street, and his first instinct? To help. So he follows the sound deeper into the darkness, his phone camera rolling as he approaches what appears to be a girl sitting with her back to him. But as he gets closer, something changes. The crying stops, and what replaces it is far more terrifying.
Siapa? Ngapain? Kok nangis di sini? Kamu siapa? Nggak tahu. Kenapa? Kok makin kenceng sih? Hujan ini. Yuk, yuk, masuk yuk. Siapa ini? Kenapa? Yuk, yuk, masuk yuk. Kena hujan nanti, kena hujan. Yuk, kena hujan yuk. Ayo, yuk, yuk, yuk. Kena hujan nanti. Yuk, 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 masuk yuk, masuk yuk, masuk yuk. Ayo, masuk. Masuk, ayo. Ayo. Kenapa? Kamu kenapa?
The man approaches the girl, who isn't crying anymore. She's laughing creepily, and when he touches her shoulder, she turns around, and her face terrifies the man so much that he flees in absolute fear. The footage then cuts off there, but the question remains, was this thing pretending to be a crying girl? And just how many people has it lured into that dark alley? This next photo was uploaded to social media by Anis DWI after attending a volleyball match in Malaysia, but what was supposed to be a fun night out turned into something far more unsettling. According to Anis, her cousin was just taking a casual photo of the girls watching the match. He had just returned from Surabaya and wanted to capture the moment. Everything seemed normal when he took the shot, but when they looked at the photo later, they noticed something that shouldn't be there. Behind the girls, partially hidden in the shadows and foliage, something can be seen. A pale, ghostly figure who the girls say wasn't there at the time this photo was taken, and whoever this is doesn't match anyone who was at the volleyball match that night. Anis DWI insists the photo is completely unedited. Also, she believes they accidentally captured a ghost that was also watching the game, or them. But what do you think? Is this an unedited photo of a supernatural spectator? Let me know. This next clip was captured by Jennifer Lee, an American living in Amsterdam who was doing a Halloween photo shoot with her rescue dog Maggie in a local forest. It was supposed to be a fun afternoon, creating spooky content for social media with her beloved pet. Jennifer was filming the photo shoot, enjoying the peaceful autumn setting south of Amsterdam. But what started as an innocent creative project quickly turned into something far more disturbing. As she worked with her dog among the trees, something happened that would leave her questioning what lurks in those quiet woods.
You're gonna make the best dirty work. Whoa. Oh my god. Holy shit. Is he okay? guys good?
Everything seems normal and playful until suddenly blood-curdling screams pierce through the peaceful forest. Jennifer immediately stops what she's doing, clearly shaken by what she's hearing. Her dog also reacts to the disturbing sounds, both of them now on high alert. The screams continue, echoing through the trees from somewhere deeper in the forest. In this next clip, Jennifer explains what drove her to make such a dangerous decision.
So my first reaction when I hear someone screaming like that is I want to go to help them. And I know that that doesn't make sense because I'm a very small woman alone in the forest. Additionally, I used to be an EMT. So like when I hear someone screaming like that, I want to help if I'm able to. So logically, I understand that everyone was like, you should leave. I would have left. But also like, I don't know, it makes me wonder if that was me screaming in the woods, would anyone have come for me? Would no one else stopped? No one else.
Jennifer reveals her background as a former EMT, which explains her compulsion to help when she hears someone screaming out. She describes the screams as visceral and genuine, not the sound of someone playing around. Even though she knew it was dangerous for a small woman alone in the forest, she couldn't ignore what sounded like someone in desperate need. After searching the area and even calling police, Jennifer and the authorities found no trace of whoever was making those horrific sounds. The screams simply vanished. So, what do you think Jennifer heard echoing through that Amsterdam forest? Was it a person, or was something else entirely mimicking human screams for help? This next capture was posted to Reddit with a simple but chilling question: do you see what I see? The mother who shared this image revealed disturbing context about her daughter Olivia's childhood behaviour. For years, from ages 3 to 4, Olivia would stand in their hallway having conversations with invisible companions. The child would talk to them like she was a teacher, explaining things and showing them around the house. Her mother had always assumed these were imaginary playmates, typical childhood behaviour that would eventually fade away. By age 5, Olivia had developed an interest in making videos, practicing YouTube-style introductions, and taking photos around the house. On this particular afternoon, mother and daughter were home alone when Olivia decided to play with her mom's phone in the bathroom. About half an hour later, when her mother reviewed the photos Olivia had taken, one image stopped her cold. The photo shows young Olivia taking a bathroom mirror selfie, but lurking in the doorway behind her is something that shouldn't be there. A pale, blurry face peers out from the hallway, watching the child as she plays with the phone. When the mother first saw this image, she immediately searched the entire house, terrified that an intruder had been watching her daughter. But she found no one. No explanation for the mysterious presence captured in the photo. The Reddit thread sparked intense debate, with some users seeing a clear face, while others dismissed it as a smudge on the lens. But for this mother, the timing and location feel too significant to ignore. The same hallway where her daughter spent hours talking to invisible friends now shows evidence that something may have been listening all along. This raises disturbing questions about what children can perceive that adults can't. Could this be proof that children's invisible friends aren't always as imaginary as we assume? Let me know. The next video was filmed by two friends who were having what should have been a relaxing movie night at home. They settled in to watch a horror film, just looking forward to some scares on the screen, but what started as entertainment quickly turned into their own real-life nightmare.
Oigan amigos, estábamos aquí viendo una película de terror y se están empezando a escuchar ruidos en la casa. Te juro que neta, en serio. Ponle pausa. Pausa. Alexa. Mute. Alexa. Mute. Pausa. Ay, ¿no se pausó? What the fuck? Madres. Te los juro, es... ¿Qué pedo? Bien. ¿Sí lo grabaste? Sí, creo que sí quedó grabado. Es que estábamos aquí en la casa, estábamos viendo una película ya para... literal, ya para dormir. No mames. O sea, nosotros siempre tenemos la puerta abierta porque aquí hace un calor horrible, por eso.
As the girls are watching TV, a sound startles them. One of the girls tries to pause the TV with Alexa, but it doesn't pause. Then jingling and a door slamming makes them worry. But this was only the beginning. A short while later, after continuing the movie, this happens.
No, eso fue en mi cuarto. Ya se había calmado. Oigan, ya no habíamos escuchado nada. Y... no mames, te juro que no estamos esperando a nadie. No. Oigan, y es que estamos completamente solas, o sea, vivimos aquí. Se están escuchando cosas allá en la parte del baño. Se sigue moviendo. ¿Qué pedo? Leslie. No, Leslie, estamos solas, no mames. Perdón. Es que se están escuchando cosas.
A loud bang scares the girls who were already on edge from before. Then the sounds of shuffling frightens them further, followed by knocking, and the girls' reaction does seem pretty genuine. However, the activity doesn't stop there.
No. ¿Qué hacemos? Hay que hablarle a ese avión. ¿Tiene su número? Márcale. Ay, acompáñame a mi cuarto. Es que se sigue moviendo esa cosa. No, vente, no, vente. Vean. Hay que hablarle a César.
The sounds persist and something continues moving in the house. The friends huddle together, debating whether to call someone for help, but unsure who could possibly explain what's happening. Some believe that horror films can somehow attract negative energy or even open doorways to the supernatural. Whether that's true or not, these girls experienced something genuinely terrifying that night, and their reactions say it all. After uploading these clips to the internet, viewers believe that this is likely what happened. But what do you think was causing the disturbances during their movie night? Was it just coincidence? Or did their horror film somehow invite something unwelcome into their home? Hospital workers at IVSS Dario Vivas in Venezuela decide to celebrate New Year's Eve during their midnight shift. The staff gather in one of the hospital corridors to take group photos commemorating the occasion. Everyone is accounted for and positioned for the camera when they snap several pictures. Days later, when reviewing the photos, they discover something that leaves the entire staff terrified. This is what appeared in their group photo. The photo shows all the hospital workers smiling and celebrating in the hallway, but in the background, at the end of the corridor, a dark figure can be seen standing motionless. According to everyone present that night, no one was standing in that location when the photo was taken. The figure appears to be positioned directly in front of the entrance to the hospital morgue. All staff members insist they have no idea who this is. The hospital has strict security protocols, and no unauthorized personnel should have been in the building. The celebration was meant to be a private gathering for the night shift workers only, yet someone else decided to join their New Year's Eve party, and that uninvited guest was standing right outside the morgue. This next entry was uploaded to TikTok by John Bailey Davis Music, who, prior to the recording of this clip, had been enjoying a relaxing night of gaming at home alone. While gaming, John is disturbed by the sounds of knocking coming from his bedroom door.
I'm the only one here right now. And as you can clearly hear, there's just someone out there.
Something can be heard on the other side of the door, or someone, as John says in the video, but he's at home alone. The sounds continue for some time, but eventually they stop. And for the next couple of nights, everything seems fine. However, late one night, this happens.
Welcome back to what is in my apartment while I'm home alone. Like, what could... Now, last time I didn't do this. I'm gonna open this door and it's gonna stop. I hate it.
Sounds can be heard coming from the other side of the door, but when John opens it, no one's out there. TikTok viewers were spooked after seeing these clips uploaded by John Bailey Davis, with commenters saying that opening the door might not have been the best idea. Some believe that by opening it, John may have unknowingly invited whatever was behind it into his home, giving it permission to stay or even follow him wherever he goes. But if you were John, would you have opened the door? Let me know. This photo was taken on May the 11th, 2024 by a man who shared it with a chilling caption, "I recorded the ghost of my sister." He was sitting in his car when he decided to take a casual photo. Nothing unusual about the moment, just a simple snapshot that anyone might take. But when he looked at the image later, he noticed something that sent chills down his spine. In the side mirror's reflection, you can clearly see what appears to be a woman's face. Whoever it is seems to be positioned right behind the driver's seat, almost like someone was sitting directly behind him. But here's what makes this photo so haunting. The man was completely alone in the car when he took this picture. There was no one else with him, no passengers, no one who could have created this reflection. According to the uploader, the face in the mirror is his sister, who had passed away some time before. Almost like she had somehow appeared in the car, watching over him during this quiet moment. The position of the reflection suggests this figure would have been sitting directly behind him, close enough to touch, yet he felt nothing, sensed no presence, had no idea anyone else was there. It wasn't until he reviewed the photo that he discovered he may not have been alone after all. Some believe this is evidence that those we lose never truly leave us, and that they continue to watch over their loved ones from beyond. But what do you think? Was this really his sister's spirit, letting him know she's still with him? Chris and his friend Mick decided to attempt stealth camping at St Andrew's Church in northern England, an abandoned structure that has been derelict since around 1970. According to local stories, the church is heavily cursed, but Chris remained skeptical of such supernatural claims. He viewed it simply as an interesting and remote camping location, unaware that their cameras would capture something far more disturbing than scenic footage.
We'll have a mooch round now, before it's pitch black, so we can manoeuvre around without walking over the top of the graves, if you know what I'm talking about.
Upon arriving on the church grounds, Chris and Mick searched for a suitable place to set up their tent among the ancient gravestones scattered throughout the property. By the time they finished their preparations, darkness has completely enveloped the isolated churchyard. The pair decide to explore the church building itself, expecting to find it locked and secured, but to their surprise, the heavy doors open easily, allowing them access to the abandoned interior. As they venture inside, the atmosphere grows increasingly tense until, suddenly, unexplained sounds begin echoing through the empty church. Startled by the mysterious noises, both men immediately flee the building. After some time to recover, Chris and Mick decide to re-enter the church for a second exploration, but as they investigate the interior once again, more unexplained sounds begin emanating from the darkness. This time, their camera captures something truly creepy.
Yeah, milky buttons. What? What the What? Mix away.
A dark, shadowy figure can be seen lurking behind the church door, as if watching their retreat. The entity appears human-like, but unnaturally dark, positioned as though it had been observing them throughout their visit. This remote location should be completely uninhabited, especially at this hour, yet something was clearly present inside the church. Neither Chris nor Mick noticed this presence during their escape, only discovering it later when viewers pointed it out. After this second encounter, the pair decided they'd had experienced enough of the church's interior. They never ventured back inside, spending the remainder of their night safely at their campsite before departing the next day. The combination of unexplained sounds and the mysterious shadowy figures suggests that the local legends about St Andrew's Church being cursed may have more truth than Chris initially believed. But what do you think Chris and Mick encountered during their stealth camping adventure? Did they inadvertently document evidence of something paranormal, or stumble upon something even more disturbing lurking in that abandoned sacred space? This next image was shared by a Reddit user who goes by the name Musical Mama 2. She says the photo was taken at her brother's wedding back in 2010 during a small ceremony held in a Philadelphia apartment. At the time, no one noticed anything strange. It was just a quick picture of the newlyweds and some family smiling for the camera. But years later, when the photo resurfaced in a family album, someone finally noticed what had been hiding in plain sight. Do you see it? Look at the mirror. We can see the reflection of the bride, but behind is, well, someone who, if we look behind the bride, isn't there. The face is grey, with what looks like dark hair, and is completely out of place. The OP says this face doesn't match anyone who was there, and that it doesn't appear in any other wedding photos, and no one remembers anyone standing in that position at that time. So what or who is it? The OP posted this photo to the subreddit Ghosts, indicating that they think it's something paranormal. But what do you think? This next photo takes us back to 1956 to Eastry Church in Kent, England, a historic building that has stood for centuries, witnessing countless visitors come and go. But according to Ghosts of London, this particular photograph captured something that shouldn't have been there. The image was taken during what appeared to be a normal day, just a simple photograph of the empty pews and interior. But when the film was developed, the photographer discovered they weren't alone that day. In one of the front pews sits what appears to be a transparent figure, the ghostly outline of what looks like a person dressed in dark robes, sitting peacefully, completely unaware that their presence was being captured on film. The figure is clearly visible but translucent, as if they're not entirely of this world. Eastleigh Church dates back to the 12th century, and many believe this could be the spirit of someone from centuries past, still returning to a place that once meant something to them, even after passing. The photograph has become one of England's most famous ghost images, and experts who've analysed it say there's no evidence of tampering or double exposure. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This next clip was uploaded by Adrian Gonzalez 271. Adrian worked the night shift at a warehouse facility, usually a quiet job involving routine inventory checks and organising storage areas. He's been doing this work for months without incident, just the typical tasks of moving boxes and keeping track of shipments. But on this particular night, something felt different about the storage room. As Adrian went about his usual duties, he noticed movement in his peripheral vision, something that shouldn't have been there. At first he thought it might just be another employee working late, or perhaps a shadow cast by the overhead lighting, but when he looked more carefully, he realised he was seeing something that defied explanation.
Luego aquí dicen que algo se aparece. No manches, ¿ves lo que se ve allá? Algo se ve. ¿Qué es lo que se ve ahí? ¿Qué se ve?
At the far end of the storage room, a small face peeks out, but this isn't the face of a co-worker or security guard. Whoever or whatever it is darkness. Most unsettling are the eyes, which seem to reflect light in an otherworldly way. Adrian is left standing alone in the warehouse, trying to process what he just witnessed. Many believe Adrian captured footage of a child spirit, perhaps someone connected to the building's history. But what do you think Adrian encountered in that storage room? This final video brings us something completely different from paranormal encounters we've seen tonight. On the night of June the 15th, 2020, workers at what appears to be an airport facility witnessed something in the sky that left them questioning everything they thought they knew about our world. It was a typical night shift, but suddenly something extraordinary appeared above them that demanded immediate attention. User 4Charlie4 uploaded this footage after capturing what many are calling one of the most compelling unexplained aerial phenomena caught on camera.
What's that?
An alien.
What is that actually?
A bright green beam of light suddenly appears in the cloudy night sky. The luminous object moves with incredible speed, streaking through the clouds like a shooting star. But this isn't the typical white or orange glow of a meteor. This is an intense, out-of-this-world green light. The witnesses can be heard reacting with amazement and confusion as they watch this phenomenon unfold. Someone asks in disbelief,
What's that?
While another voice suggests it might be extraterrestrial origin. The object maintains its bright green luminosity as it travels across the sky, defying easy explanation. Conventional aircraft don't produce this type of bright green illumination, and meteorites rarely maintain such a consistent, vibrant green glow throughout their descent. The timing and location at an airport facility adds credibility to the footage, as these workers would be familiar with normal aircraft aircraft and atmospheric events. So, what do you think these airport workers witnessed that night? Was this a rare natural phenomenon, advanced military technology, or perhaps something not of this world? You tell me. An Indonesian explorer decides to test his courage by spending time alone on a bridge known for supernatural activity. Local legends claim the bridge demands sacrifices from those who cross it. The man begins recording himself during what starts as a routine paranormal investigation. Everything appears normal at first, but partway through his recording, he reports feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, and that's when this happens. Behind the explorer, a white figure appears to float above the trees and is apparently a quote, kuntilanak. According to Indonesian folklore, a kuntilanak is the spirit of a woman who passed away in childbirth and seeks revenge on the living. These entities are said to appear as pale figures in white clothing. The bridge continues to attract paranormal investigators despite its dark reputation. But this footage raises the question of whether some locations should simply be left alone. Thanks so much for watching. If you're up for more scary videos, check out one of these next. You're gonna love them. Oh, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.